Students are enthusiastic about green school efforts. At Kurowecha, kids have been assigned plants to take care of. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, what a realistic Barbie should look like. And Yentl Air Aruba expands into Miami. 15 on 15 starts right now. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. The Green School effort has moved into the School Primario Kurowecha. Children have been given plants and kits to grow their own fruits and vegetables. There's more. The kits given to the students allows them to make a meal with what they have grown afterwards. Take a look. The plant project started when an Aruban ambassador from Washington saw the positive impacts this type of initiative had on school children in the United States. Once Kurowecha launched the project, the teachers and students quickly learned it's not all that easy to successfully grow plants and vegetables.
We received some kits last year, and then we did a test run with it, and that's how we started with it. It didn't start very good at the beginning because some of the plants were dying. So we asked Santa Rosa for their expertise to help us with the knowledge and the how-tos. And since then, it's been going much better.
On top of the plants, the students were also given kits as a guide for them once the fruit or vegetable is grown. This initiative encourages the kids to plant and then make something out of it once grown.
The kits, they contain seeds of plants that can be used to make different meals afterwards. For instance, you have the taco kit or the pizza kit. So the herbs that are inside can be used later to make this meal, the tomatoes, the cilantro, the basil, etc.
This experiment is a first of its kind, so the teachers and students went through trial and errors, which requested the help of Santa Rosa, Aruba's official agriculture department.
In this case, when we received the kits, we had a session with them, and then we gave them the same kits for them to try out. So while our plants were dying, theirs was growing. So they came to us with a training session in an afternoon, after about a month, and showed us the pictures and the PowerPoint of their plants and gave us the tips of what to do and what not to do, because there were some things that we were doing totally wrong, which was why the plants were dying. So after that, we distributed all the kits. So each class received about 6 kits for the whole classroom.
The kids are enthusiastic and excited with the plants. 6 classes in total are part of the project, including 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. In some cases, one student is in charge of one plant. In other cases, the students are put in groups of 6 to take care of one plant.
The kids are very enthusiastic about the plants because they have their own plants. They have to take care of them. They have a name of a plant. That's make it more interesting. They compare the plants to the other plants.
In other local news, Arikok National Park has long-term plans to encourage local film talents to explore nature and document Aruba's surroundings at the same standard as BBC. Indra Zandam from Arikok Park says the movie night they host hopes to inspire filmmakers on the island to document Aruba's nature.
Also, if you have, for instance, people excited about these type of movies, you see that there's a lot of local talent. Many kids that have picked up the camera and video camera and are making their own documentaries. And we want to tap into this market as well and these people as well to get them excited about going to the field on Aruba itself and explore the possibilities of making these type of documentaries.
Indra says the production doesn't necessarily have to stay within the island. Anywhere in the region is fair game.
The main ambition that we have is that we can have, on a qualitative level, the same type of documentary as made by the BBC. Of course, you will have to have the resources, but I do think, and we do think it's possible. And by starting getting closer to the region and see what's possible in Ecuador, see what's possible in Colombia. Colombia is not that far. See what's possible in Venezuela, it's right here. Then you can also see what's possible on Aruba. And therefore, we want to draw more attention to the regional areas as well.
And on that note, we will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back from the break. You are watching 15 on 15's lifestyle segment. Let's get right into it. I'm sure you've heard it before, complaints about Barbie being too unrealistic. The doll has been pinned as a negative image for little girls to look up to. Yentl Lieuw, this fashion doll comes with the tagline, "Average is beautiful." A graphic designer rendered a 3D model of a so-called normal Barbie. He used the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States to do the measurements of the average 19-year-old American woman. Lieuw is made according to typical human body proportions. She has articulated wrists, elbows, knees, and feet. She is presented as fit and strong. Lieuw wears minimal amount of makeup. Her wardrobe isn't composed of typical clothing for dolls. She is dressed with striking simplicity. Let's put things into perspective for you as to how popular the concept of Lieuw is. The designer has launched a crowdfunding project to make a proportional doll available to average consumers. People have donated $144,453 already, and there is still 29 days left to generate funding, and the goal was just $95,000. Now, moving forward, do you have trouble getting out of bed even once your alarm sounds? Well, Oscar Myers thinks they have the solution. Well, at least a good solution for bacon lovers. This new alarm clock app releases the smell and sound of bacon. The app is appropriately named Wake Up and Smell the Bacon. It is a small add-on you attach to your phone that delivers the scent of bacon. To hear the sizzle, you can download the accompanying iOS app. Check it out.
When imagination blossoms, only this scent will guide you to your greatest awakening. Wake up. Wake up. To the morning of your dreams, only from Oscar Mayer.
The app is available to download. It is free in the Apple iTunes Store if you are interested. Wake Up and Smell the Bacon features a skillet clock and the sound of sizzling bacon. Speaking of getting up in the morning, do you oftentimes look more tired than you should? Well, there are certain foods you should lay off of to look more awake. Alcohol dehydrates you. More than one glass of wine with dinner can seriously do damage and have you looking dried out, since the toxin soaks up any glow that your skin may have. Also, eating red meat more than once a week has been linked to an increase in wrinkles caused by the carnitine compound in red meat that hardens blood vessel walls. Artificial sweetener is another thing to keep away from in order to prevent from looking too tired. Regular sugar promotes inflammation, but artificial sweetener can be just as bad, if not worse, when it comes to making you look puffy. Artificial sweeteners contain aspartame, which is an artificial sweetener associated with joint pain, and it can also make you crave more sugar. And on that note, we will be right back. Take a look to see what is coming up next. If Yentl Air Aruba is any indication, there seems to be tremendous potential within Aruba's aviation industry. The airline is expanding and adding routes. The next one to be launched on April 11th is a direct flight from Aruba to Miami. Frederick Neubauer is the Chief Executive Officer of Yentl Air Aruba. The airline sees a great demand for the Miami route on the island. As well, Yentl Air's connecting flights from destinations such as Caracas and Valencia will benefit to have a flight to Miami. The fact Aruba offers U.S. pre-clearance allows more opportunities for airlines.
Well, especially the station Aruba in the whole insular group idea, we have here a pre-clearance facility. Well, that's a very powerful tool to have. So we will see our passengers fly with us via Aruba. We think a lot more than via Curaçao, but that will be proven in the future.
Initially, Aruba was seen as more of a hub within Yentl Air airline. However, the demand from passengers to vacation on the island has allowed Yentl Air Aruba to make a name for itself. There are plans to continuously expand and grow.
Up till now, Yentl Air was in Curaçao active as a transito airline, people that flow from the States to Venezuela and back. And you had a little bit also of people from Curacao going to the States. But Insular Aruba will be more categorized by visitors that come to our destination here in Aruba. So that is a different point of view for our airline, and that's why we are opening offices also in the States to sell tickets to Aruba.
Yentl Air has various branches such as Yentl Air Curacao. Executives saw a decline in Curacao. As for Aruba, decision makers of the airline has faith, high hopes, and plans.
In Aruba, we are opening up after that we had already an airline based in Curacao for 7 years. We saw that the potential of growth was diminishing in Curacao, and we saw also that there is a big potential in Aruba. Even that we think that Insular Aruba will grow and become an airline that is much bigger in Aruba. So we see the future bright in Aruba, and we hope to serve our Aruban community also by offering them different destinations that wasn't offered any in the past before.
Yentl Air Aruba's expansion is, of course, a positive step forward for the island's aviation industry, which ultimately adds to the economic standings of the nation. Before we go, I just want to say a quick thank you to CMB for these beautiful flowers today in celebration of International Women's Day on March 8th, 2014. That is our show for today. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune back in on Monday night starting at 7:15 p.m. right here on Channel 15 ATV for a brand new edition of 15 on 15. We'll see you then.